Gotham had always been a city wrapped in shadows, but tonight was different. The air was colder, the darkness thicker, as if the city itself was suffocating beneath an invisible hand. Detective Marcus Crane had been on the force for 20 years, yet he had never felt such a pervasive sense of dread. The infamous Batman had been a symbol of hope, a mysterious vigilante who fought the city's corruption with an iron fist. But whispers had begun to circulate, whispers that twisted the very legend of the Dark Knight into something unrecognizable. Marcus found himself drawn to a series of mysterious disappearances, all connected by a single thread that led back to the masked vigilante. The victims were not the usual criminals Batman pursued. They were innocents, charity workers, social activists, people who sought to improve Gotham's fate. Each had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only fear and confusion. The detective's investigation brought him to an abandoned warehouse at the edge of the city, a place where the shadows seemed to live and breathe. As he stepped inside, his flashlight cut through the darkness, revealing a chilling sight. Bound and gagged, the missing innocents lay strewn across the floor, their eyes wide with a terror Marcus had never known. Before he could react, a deep, gravelly voice echoed through the cavernous space. "You shouldn't have come here, Crane." Batman emerged from the shadows, his presence more menacing than Marcus had ever imagined. Gone was the hero the city revered. In his place stood a figure twisted by an obsession with justice that had become a monstrous perversion of its original purpose. The detective raised his weapon, his hands trembling. "Why, Batman? Why do this?" Batman's eyes, now void of compassion, bore into him. "Gotham needs order, detective. These people, they sow chaos under the guise of charity. They disrupt the balance. They had to be stopped." As Marcus backed away, heart pounding, the realization struck him. This was not justice. This was madness. The Batman he had once respected, admired, was a phantom of a broken mind. The detective's breath quickened as he understood the full horror of the situation. He was alone, trapped in the lair of a man who had become a monster. The city above continued to live in ignorance, believing in a guardian who had descended into darkness. In that moment, Marcus knew he had to find a way to escape, to expose the truth before he too became one of Batman's tragic secrets. The warehouse creaked with an ominous groan as Batman advanced. This was no longer a battle between good and evil. It was a struggle for survival against a twisted shadow of what was once a hero.